Ladies and gentlemen, we have approximately 10 minutes till the start of our processional. I'd like to ask the guests to find your seats. Please silence your electronic devices and get ready for a great evening. I'd also like to remind people, you can be seated after the Pledge of Allegiance. Within your program, there will be a couple of songs following the Pledge of Allegiance. After the pledge, you can be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin the proceedings tonight, as we traditionally do, I would like to ask that we all observe a moment of silence for family and friends who could not share this evening with us, though had a considerable hand in all the successes of our students. In particular, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for Dan Fife. Dan was a CHS graduate, a CHS resident, an employee of Clarkston Schools as an athletic director and highly successful basketball coach for 36 years. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask those who are able to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats, and we'd like to invite veterans and active duty military to render the proper salute for the playing of our national anthem. After the national anthem, you may be seated. Thank you to the members of our band and chorus, and as they go to their seats, how about another round of applause for our graduating seniors, members of the band and chorus. On behalf of the Clarkston Community Schools Board of Education, I'd like to welcome the students, parents, family members, community members, and Clarkston Community Schools staff to the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2024. Commencement is more than simply an annual event, particularly in Clarkston. It's a moment shared between faculty, family, friends, and students in a setting that's very special and unique to our community. It's a time when our schools, family, and community come together for a rite of passage that's filled with pride of achievement and a sense of accomplishment. Thank you for being with us tonight. At this time, I'd like to introduce two students, Mark Bocus and Alexandra LaCrue, who will introduce our Board of Education.
Good evening. We'd like to introduce the members of the Board of Education. President, Mr. Greg Need.
Vice President, Mrs. Elizabeth Egan.
Secretary, Mrs. Cheryl McGinnis.
Treasurer, Mrs. Stephanie Crane.
Trustee, Mr. Steve Heyer.
Trustee, Mrs. Amanda Love.
And Trustee, Mrs. Jacqueline Sivers.
Thanks, Alex. Also on stage with us here this evening, Dr. Sean Ryan, Superintendent of Schools. Assistant Principal Josh LeMay. Assistant Principal Amy Quayle. Dean of Students Kelly Sinison. Band Director Mike Lewis. And our Vocal Music Choral Director, Mr. Mike Peterson. And last but certainly not least, our student speaker this evening, Mr. Scott Dobson. Special thanks also to our event planners tonight, Danielle Clark, Deb Ego, Sarah Robinson, Heather Johnson, all else, and also Matt Blau. He's our media teacher in a cooperative agreement with Independence Television, who are live streaming it this evening. I'd also like to collectively introduce staff members, teachers, central office staff, and representation from our PTO and principals here with us tonight. I'm going to name the principals because they like it when I say their names publicly, but please hold your applause to the end because they start fighting with one another over who got the most applause. So first, John Bennick, CJHS principal. Not close. Liz Walker, Sashabaw Middle School principal. Glenn Galtieri, Bailey Lake Bulldogs. Hard to not give it up for Glenn. Kim Fletcher, Andersonville Eagles. Nate Fuller, Independence Bronchos. Jen Johnson, North Sashabaw Wildcats. Go Wildcats, I'm going to loan. Jody Yellowshin, Pine Knob Tigers. Matt Gifford, Springfield Plains Dolphins. And finally, Brian Adams from Clarkston Elementary, and I can't bring myself to say that mascot. Good job, guys. Good work. Okay, they're the dragons, but everybody knows dragons aren't real. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our senior class sponsor, two teachers who have worked very, very closely and worked very hard on the events for your seniors this year, Miss Susan Moore and Miss Brianna Sharam.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for being here with us tonight as we celebrate our graduates. Class of 2024, congratulations. It's been an honor for us to serve as your class advisors these past 3 years and to support you through some of the most memorable moments of your young lives. Today, this chapter officially closes and another one opens. But before it closes, please take a moment to look back and celebrate all of your achievements from the past 12 years, both big and small. Now, as you begin your next chapter of life, may you always remember to be true to yourself, that you're stronger from your setbacks, to do what you love in life, to seek progress, and to embrace change and the unknown. We wish you all the very best and a beautiful future filled with success, happiness, and loved ones at your side. Today is certainly a day to celebrate, but remember, the best is yet to come. And now, please welcome Brady Melcher, Jane Sorensen, and Megan Quach as they introduce the rest of your Class of 2024 Executive Board.
Thank you, Mrs. Moore, and thank you, Mrs. Sharam. Now, board members, as your name is called, please stand and face the audience. Mark Bocus, Abigail Brumba, Olivia Chamberlain, Christian Kogan, Drew Dollins, Savannah Fletcher, Jillian Detfo, Brooke Hansen, Sophia Harp, Ella Hines, Alexandria Lecure, Laura Lemerand, Ryan Marshall, Benjamin Melcher, Samantha Nidifer, Margaret Petkus.
Margaret Popelier, Morgan Poplowski, Jordan Rotman, Matthew Taverna, Sarah Williamson, Ava Wojciech, and Ella York. I would now like to invite up executive board members who are speaking tonight. Please come up to the stage. Everybody, please welcome Savannah Fletcher, who will be the first speaker of tonight.
Good evening, I'm Savannah Fletcher, and now we're going to share some memories of our freshman year. It was our last year at the junior high, and we started off learning virtually from home. We came back to school in October, and then had many transitions during the year with learning at home and learning in school, having masks on and having masks off. These transitions sometimes made it difficult to connect with one another, but despite the challenges that the pandemic brought to the beginning of our high school journey, it truly did make us stronger, more resilient, more adaptable, and while social distancing may have forced us to be more physically apart, it also helped us to bond stronger as a class since we are all going through similar struggles and experiences. Now here's Kristen Kogan and Morgan Poplowski on more details and memories of our freshman year.
Adjusting to our new lives in the virtual world, joining Zoom calls from our beds, and attempting to learn new subjects from teachers we had not yet met. Observing the rooms and partial faces of our classmates when forced to keep our cameras on, living life through the screens of our phones,
spending countless hours scrolling on TikTok as we attempted to hit the wall and renegade with Charlie D'Amelio, participating in all online challenges, trying to get involved as much as we could with our friends in the outside world. Although we were all excited about the news of missing school during the beginning of the pandemic, surprisingly, as some of you may have never thought you would ever say, unable to attend high school football games, many sporting events, musical performances, and quality time with friends, our time away made us realize how much we miss going to school and being able to see our friends on a day-to-day basis. As time passed, and as the world adjusted to regain normalcy in our daily lives, we were finally given the opportunity to partially return back to school and be able to reconnect and communicate with friends and peers we missed lots of time with.
But as exciting as it was, going back to school was an adjustment. We were finally meeting teachers and seeing classmates in person, as well as learning how getting quarantined and social distancing worked. Getting quarantined for weeks while relearning how to do in-person school with an increased workload was a challenge. However, it was our first time seeing friends in schools in years, and opportunities to get back out in the world resumed, such as sports starting back up with COVID testing every Sunday. Even with socially distanced lunches, seeing and talking to friends brought us back to the best parts of school. Everyone had changed over COVID, and walking the halls of the junior high for our last year exemplified this as we reflected on the new differences and big and small changes in life. Our school year ended on a high with no finals to worry about and the promise of new experiences next year as we finally started at the high school. Now I would like to welcome Ryan Marshall, Margaret Petkus, and Olivia Chamberlain to reflect on her sophomore year.
Sophomore year, the year we finally got to experience life as real high schoolers, with face masks, of course. With COVID winding down, the year was filled with excitement as many of us applied for our first jobs and obtained our licenses. And our first homecoming dance, we all had our first experience of being in the far back of the jungle, our first homecoming dance, and the early start time of 7:25 a.m. Our first homecoming dance was a night we will all never forget due to the event being hosted outside in a huge tent because of COVID. Despite the cold, everyone still managed to have a great time. There were so many incredible moments, from the DJ and dancing in the tent to the food trucks. Everyone found something to enjoy.
As the grip of the pandemic began to loosen, there were pliable senses of relief and hope that we saw our teachers without masks for the first time, but felt like ages. Some of the reveals were shocking, but it demonstrated the beginning of a shift back to normalcy. For example, who could forget the nerves and excitement of taking finals for the first time? It was a rite of passage, making our mark of our academic progress and pushing to strive for excellence in our studies. Sophomore year was a learning experience for all of us, but nevertheless exciting. The school was a maze for all of us, trying to find our next class in 5 minutes, but we did it anyway. This was the year for students to try out and find new sports and clubs. For example, Rush Team crushing their opponents that year. We are a community built from those high school bricks. We can all say the thrill of the Friday night lights will be engraved in our memories forever.
As our sophomore year came to a close, we finally started to find our way through the high school and eventually through the horrible CHS parking lot. Being the youngest in the school was not always easy, but it taught us a lot. Through our resilience, kind hearts, and determination, we got through it. However, let's not forget the major worldly events we experienced together, like the takeover of Be Real, Wordle, and even Squid Games. Overall, as sophomore year came to an end, it truly did not feel like goodbye, rather a stepping stone to our future. Now I would like to welcome Laura Lemron, Brooke Hansen, Drew Dollins, and Jillian Detbo to reflect on our junior year.
Junior year is often said to be the hardest year of high school, and I believe many of us found that to be true. It was the year that we had to lock in and build up our college resumes, balancing rigorous academics with extracurricular activities and personal commitments. Today, we'd like to reflect on how our class faced this challenging year and came out as stronger, more well-rounded individuals. Many of us channeled our creativity and passion through the arts. For example, our marching band's show, Pandora's Box, earned 8th place at the MCBA State Championship, a testament to our commitment, hard work, and musicianship. We also staged an unforgettable production of Oklahoma, highlighting our talent and dedication on the stage, behind the scenes, in the booth, and in the pit. Additionally, our chamber orchestra performed a concert with the Flint Youth Symphony Orchestra, demonstrating our teamwork and resilience. All of our performances highlight the accomplishments of our arts and showcase the expressive nature of our classmates.
And who could forget our lively Vegas-style homecoming? From blackjack games to fake Elvis marriages, our junior homecoming gave us a glimpse into the craziness of adulthood. These events not only enriched our high school experience, but also showcased our incredible school spirit and artistic flair. Although we spent the majority of our time sitting at a desk, furiously preparing for the ACT and SAT exams, it was necessary to take part in these fun activities because the moments spent cheering for our sports teams to dancing with our friends at homecoming are the moments we will truly remember and cherish for years to come. The vibrant student life offered at Clarkston High School is what got us through the various academic challenges junior year threw at us as we learned to appreciate these fleeting moments of joy.
In sports, we pushed ourselves to new heights. Our boys cross-country team achieved an impressive 4th place at the state level, and the exhilaration of rushing the field after a game-winning catch for the regional championship is a memory that will stay with us forever. Junior year was also marked by significant global events. We bid farewell to Queen Elizabeth, a symbol of enduring strength and grace, and we witnessed Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, which brought excitement and inspiration to many of us. Another event that brought us together inside and out of the classroom was the Qatar World Cup. It was a time when we would hide our phones behind computers or textbooks to watch the early games in school, sparking classroom debates over teams and players alike.
Despite all these memorable moments and slight lapses in focus, we never lost sight of our academic and personal goals. Our accomplishments were abundant, even with all the fun and distractions. From tackling the SATs and AP exams to navigating the college application process, we faced a rigorous academic schedule. We joined clubs, took on leadership roles, and explored potential career paths, all while preparing for our futures, including the creation of our final high school schedules. We crafted our schedules to fit our future, whether that meant going to college or pursuing other paths. Junior year was also the last time many of us had to endure standardized testing weeks in high school, a milestone that signifies our readiness to move forward. And now, as we prepare for our final year, we reflect on the hard work and dedication that have brought us to this point, a milestone that marks the beginning of the end of our high school journey. And now I would like to welcome Sarah Williamson, Jordan Rotman, Maggie Papalier, and Ella Hines to reflect on our senior year.
Senior year at CHS was a year of memorable moments that created the perfect conclusion to our high school careers. During the fall, we participated in many of our last Clarkston traditions: the senior sunrise, the electric Friday night football games where we could finally run the jungle, the powder puff game, the homecoming pep rally where we dominated the juniors and sophomores in every game, and the homecoming dance, even though it was raining and we couldn't take pictures at Depot Park. We were always told that senior year would be the easiest. Yet, many of us stressed about college applications and figuring out our future plans while keeping up our grades and participating in senior activities. The main question in the school all of a sudden switched from Barbie versus Oppenheimer to, do you want to go to Michigan or Michigan State? We felt the senioritis start to set in, so we played the game I Want Watermelon, scrolled on TikTok for endless hours, and called everything our Roman Empire instead of taking notes and studying. It was the start of a year that we would remember forever.
As the new year approached us, we finally saw the calendar say the year 2024, and this is when it became a reality that we were graduating in 6 months. When we were in kindergarten, we saw our school usernames for the first time and wondered what the 24 at the end of it meant. Now that it was 2024, we realized that our high school lives were coming to an end and that we needed to take these last few months all in.
As the year continued, everyone was hearing back from colleges, using ChatGPT, and most of us all had senioritis. It was the middle of the year, and all of us just couldn't wait for it to be over. One exciting thing during this time was that we got to see the Lions make it far into the playoffs, and we finally got to see our dads wear their Lions gear with pride. This was a stressful time in our lives while I was at anticipation waiting for college decisions to come out. Spring break acted as a distraction to get our minds off college, but it was also a last chance for most of us to connect with new and old friends.
Later in the year, after the most frustrating shopping for prom dresses and the uncomfortable hunt for college roommates, we had reached our final week of school. Senior week was filled with wholesome memories, tears from both students and parents, and relief that the hard work we had put in throughout our high school careers had paid off. The CHS traditions filled each day of the week, putting the spotlight on all the graduating seniors and making each of us feel special. After our failed senior prank on Monday, on Tuesday we wore our future plans on t-shirts and wore them with pride. Wednesday we enjoyed breakfast during our first hours, matching in camouflage as Clarkston does best. On Thursday, we attended the senior sunset and released lanterns as a way of letting go of our youth, but also cherishing the memories we have made as a class.
After the walkout, we all became lost in what to do with ourselves. We can all agree that these last 2 weeks have been bittersweet as we lay in our beds and soak up these last moments before making our final future decisions. As we prepare for our walk across the stage in front of our fellow classmates and parents, we can reflect on our second-to-last social gathering with our peers. Senior prom is often considered a milestone, a rite of passage marking the end of high school and the transition to the next chapter of life. Despite the cliques and social divisions that may have defined the past years, prom night often dissolves these barriers. There's a collective understanding that this is a shared turning point, a final chapter in the story of high school that everyone has written in their own way. And now that our emails are expiring and our student IDs will be passed on to the next generation, we must step into the next chapter of our lives.
Thank you to the members of our Senior Executive Board. Yeah, sure, why not? Give it up for them while they're walking back to their seats. The school board of Clarkston Community Schools serves a valuable leadership role. They selflessly give of their time, their effort, their understanding to establish a vision for our community and for our school district. At this time, I'd like to introduce School Board President, Mr. Greg Need. Mr. Need, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Call. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, I'm honored to welcome the class of 2024 and all the proud parents, family members, and friends here to witness this very important occasion. Graduation is one of the most important and fun duties we have as a Board of Education. Tonight, we give our graduates the diploma that assures our community that Clarkston Community Schools has fulfilled its vision and promise to the class of 2024, that the graduates before us are prepared for a future that excites them and that they believe they can achieve their dreams. When I learned that the graduation theme was, "It's the small things that build a big life," it reminded me of a commencement address given a few years ago by Navy Admiral and former Navy SEAL William McRaven. Admiral McRaven had many successes in his Navy SEAL career, including leading the U.S. Special Operations Command in the 2011 raid that took out Osama bin Laden. Now, a Navy SEAL is a service member highly trained and usually tasked to conduct the most grueling and complex missions in all sorts of environments: water, jungle, Arctic, mountains, deserts. They're hand-selected and very well-trained. Basic SEAL training is 6 months of long, torturous runs in the sand, midnight swims in cold water, obstacle courses, unending calisthenics, days without sleep, and generally frequently being cold, wet, and miserable. SEALs are trained to lead in an environment of constant stress, chaos, and hardship. And in speaking to a group of graduates about the lessons learned from his SEAL training, the Admiral said that the first critical task that the SEAL trainers inspected every morning, the number one rule for these highly trained, highly sophisticated combat soldiers, the most important lesson, make your bed every day. I know, I chuckled when I heard that too. But the Admiral explained that while it was a very simple and basic task, the SEALs were required to make their beds to perfection every morning. It seemed a little ridiculous at the time, particularly in light of the fact that they were training to be strong and tough warriors. But then he explained the wisdom of this small act that's been proven many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you, at least a little bit, to do another task, and another, and another. So by the end of the day, that one small task completed will have turned into many completed tasks, big and small, reinforcing the fact that the little things in life matter. And if by chance you have a lousy day, you will come home to a bed that's made, that you made. And that made bed may well encourage you that tomorrow will be better. If you can do the small things right, you'll do the big things right too. Now, I'm sure the class of 2024 will have many successes throughout your lifetimes. And when you have a win, big or small, we want to hear about it. So graduates and parents, please keep in touch. Be sure to share your stories because we want to celebrate with you. My wife and I are the proud graduates of two CHS graduates, the classes of 2017 and 2021. And we love seeing the success stories and the stories that they share. The lacrosse families that we hung with for a decade and the Girl Scout families that we hung with for even longer. Wendy and I really enjoy seeing those successes. And as a board member, I take a lot of joy in seeing our graduates develop into amazing young adults who will surely make a difference in your lifetime. Plus, your accomplishments may well inspire our younger students and give them the confidence that they need to achieve their dreams. So please keep in touch. Let us see all those small moments leading to a big life. Now, in a little bit, we will watch you take your last walk as part of Clarkston Community Schools. You'll cross this stage, receive your diploma, shake some hands, maybe give Dr. Ryan and Mr. Call one last high five. But no matter how you look at it, you are and always will be part of the Clarkston Community Schools family. Tonight is no small event. It is a big milestone for you, your families, and our community. And as the Board of Education, we are honored to share it with you. Your Board of Education wishes you great success and great adventures, big and small. Congratulations, class of 2024. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Need. Clarkston High School has a tradition of allowing anyone from the senior class who would like to write a speech, present the speech, deliver the speech to a committee that we have, and then we break it down and we choose one student speaker. As Mr. Need said, this year's theme is, it's the small things that build a big life. We had 17 students audition this year, and the committee selected a student whose story is relatable to many of our graduates. Now, kind of ad-libbing here, Scott wanted me to play some type of music, and it scared me, so I kind of ignored him as best I could. I did a good job because we're not playing music. But what I know would make his day is if we gave a huge pie knob round of applause that this dude's never going to forget. All right? Introducing student speaker, Mr. Scott Dobson.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, class of 2024, family, faculty, and friends. We are here today to celebrate one of the biggest moments of our entire 18 years of life. For many of us, this is a sentimental moment, marking a turning point in our lives, a pivot to what's next. What's next is different for everyone here, but no matter what journey we set sail on after today, whether it's college, the military, the workforce, or trade school, we will face the challenging waves with courage and honor, because we have been prepared well for it. I know this because throughout high school, we have overcome many hardships, all of which setting us up for this next chapter in our lives. There have been some big moments that we will remember, but most of what we will remember and miss will be the little things. When Mr. Call said at our senior meetings that we were an exceptional class, I know he's not bluffing, because we have proven our grit and determination over the past 4 years. Now, I didn't want to mention the P word from our freshman and sophomore years, but it is notable that we went through a pandemic that grinded the world and our lives to a complete halt, however, came out of it much stronger. We learned how valuable spending quality time with friends and loved ones really is. And many of us experienced hard losses, especially the tragedy that happened just 10 miles away our sophomore year. It rocked us and shook our whole community. But the care and kind words we had for one another, as well as the support and compassion we received from staff and administrators, provided a sense of comfort at such a difficult time. At CHS, we have built relationships that will last a lifetime and have made forever friends that will always be there for us. Through the highs and lows, wins and losses, the class of 2024 has been a tight-knit community. Throughout high school, we've shared millions of little moments. Now, we all came to high school to do the typical tasks of going to class and trying to get good grades, but for many of us, including myself, talking was the highlight. And by that, I mean meeting new people and making connections. The relationships we build with each other on teams and in clubs and classes have been the highlight of our time at Clarkston High School, I believe. As I said, looking back, it will be the small moments that we will cherish. In the grand scheme of things, many moments that we thought were huge, like the Algebra 2 test that we thought would single-handedly ruin our chances of getting into our dream school, are just small potatoes now. Or if you're Michigan sugar farmers like us at Weiss Farms, you could say small beets. The moments we will remember and miss are things such as those lunchtime conversations that got so deep, the camaraderie found in the student section at a home football game on those chilly fall nights, and the shared laughter found in Mr. Call dressed up as Cupid on Valentine's Day. Another series of small moments we'll never forget is texting friends and taking bets on whether or not we think we'll have a snow day, and then experience the excitement of waking up to that Clarkston School's Instagram post stating, "School is closed due to icy road conditions." Thank you for that, Dr. Ryan. Even these past few weeks, with our senior movie night, our prom, and the strategic battles of water wars, we've come so much closer, and we will cherish these memories for the rest of our lives. There's been some memorable big moments, too. For example, our Rush Robotics team has won the state championship 2 of the last 3 years. In a few short weeks, our construction tech building team is going to nationals for a 3rd year in a row. And we're the first graduating class in literally decades to see the Detroit Lions have a legitimate playoff run. So class of 2024, wherever we end up, it's important to slow down and focus on those small things. Just as we're reflecting right now on the little things that made high school so great, it will continue for us to be essential to slow down in our busy lives, be a friend and appreciate the small things, embrace the laughs, the deep conversations, and never pass up the opportunity to share a smile. Life is too short not to.
Thank you, Scott. At this time, I'd like to introduce to the podium our Superintendent of Clarkston Community Schools, Dr. Sean Ryan. He is a man who is committed and loyal to the students and staff of our community, and someone truly dedicated to bringing educational opportunities to all students within Clarkston schools. My boss, Dr. Sean Ryan.
Thank you. Before I begin this evening, I want to take a moment to recognize a man here who recognizes everyone else and is really the heart of Clarkston High School, who kind of makes everything work, at the same time does it with a sense of humor, purpose, and just gets it done. Somebody that I literally 27 years ago walked into Clarkston High School together as first-year teachers. Mr. Gary Call, will you take a stand, please, and let the crowd. Mr. Gary Call.
Do I still have a job? That kind of sounded like I... Okay.
You still have a job. Well, you still have some comments to make, so we'll see how that goes. So good evening. Faculty, honored guests, proud parents, families, and of course, the reason we're all gathered here tonight, the remarkable graduating class of 2024. It's my distinct privilege to stand before you all tonight in a moment that will symbolize the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, perseverance, resilience, and a moment forever etched in our memories. Take stock in this moment. Look around you. What do you hear and see? Who's with you? How are you feeling? You are the generation that has captured nearly every waking moment on your phone through Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, which I absolutely love that Instagram post that had a rendition of me in full king regalia, like Henry VIII. On a snow day, that was, I guess, a really positive thing. Literally had flames coming out of my eyes. It was wonderful for my self-esteem, so senior class, thank you. And there's a bunch of other apps that I can't even keep up with. But tonight, this time, you don't need to capture a photo. This time, it's all up here, and it's in here. Your unique experiences, your individual stories, hold on to them. Years from now, you will look back finally on this evening, and you should. It's a huge turning point in your life. It's probably one of your biggest accomplishments so far. But as you get older, what will stick with you are more of the little moments. Because it's what you make of the moments and who you make them with that truly matters. The moments we encounter shape us. Every laugh, tear, triumph, and setback carries a lesson waiting to be learned. Sometimes it's not easy to identify, especially learning from our mistakes. Sometimes the same lesson life will teach us again and again until we learn it, and that's okay. Don't give up. Think of the bad moments or failures as the steps that will eventually get you to your goals. If you truly believe in something, pour everything you have into it. Keep trying. Use the lessons you've learned to try again. And again, mention our Detroit Lions are a perfect example of that. Years of roller coaster ups and downs. Well, let's be honest, just lots of downs. But finally, it led to growth and success, and it certainly wasn't taking the easy route. The takeaway from Dan Campbell's gutsy leadership is that we need to take chances and put everything we got into it. If there is one more opportunity to get it done, he will go all in. While he gave us all heart failure on several occasions, we could all appreciate that if they were going to go down, they were going to go down fighting. I love that. Perspective is everything. Sometimes the slightest change in direction or attitude can make all the difference. So yes, we didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but no one was saying, same old Lions, at the end, because they weren't anymore. Last fall, I had my own experience regarding the power of perspective. I went out to Boulder, Colorado, where my oldest son, just got a new job. And we did this amazing hike called the Flatirons. This was my first time actually even seeing the Rockies. Just like life, this trek had its fair share of moderate and challenging stretches. At one point, I questioned my decision to take the trail because it was like straight up and down. It was crazy. At another point, I thought I was on my A game when I heard, "On your right," code for "get out of the way." And lo and behold, a very, very pregnant woman passed me by, just bouncing from rock to rock. Humbling, to say the least, as she turned after she passed me, looked across and said, "You got this." It was equally not only impressive that she was super pregnant, but you got to figure you're 1.5 miles up elevation. So when you're just standing still, you're getting out of breath. And this woman was actually breathing for 2 human beings at the same time and passing me like I was standing still. It was absolutely awesome. But it was inspiring because I wasn't going to give up. But pushing through the hard parts and gaining 1,500 feet of elevation gave me a completely new perspective. From the bottom looking up, I could see this huge rocky peak within the trees, and it seemed so far away. But at the top, I looked out, and I could see for miles, including Denver, which was 30 miles away. Everything below seemed so small. It was breathtakingly beautiful. I took some pictures from up there, including the obligatory selfie with my son, but I'm sure you heard it before, that pictures don't do it justice. I believe that's because I was capturing this view through my accomplished eyes. I was fully present, core memory locked in. Whether it be my climb to the top or watching the Lions fight to the Super Bowl, the shared experience amplifies its impact. That's because relationships and connections mean everything in your journey. It could be someone that comes in and out of your life quickly, or maybe it's your ride or die. The people around you will either fuel you or drain you. As I say this, I hope each one of you thought of someone important to you on the fuel side. Maybe it's one of your parents, or both, a sibling, a teacher, a family member, a friend, a coach, or your person in life. The people filling up Pine Knob today, or those only here in spirit. Be thankful that they are part of your story and know that you are part of theirs. And remember that as long as you go through life, lead with kindness, listen with empathy, assume good intentions, and genuinely engage with others. Because you are the tour guide of your journey, the architect of your adventure, and the author of your story. Years from now, when you're much older, like Mr. Called Me, and reflecting on your life, your job titles, the car you drive, and your bank account balance will not define you. You will be defined and remembered by the lives you impacted and how you made your corner of the world a little bit of a better place. So whether it's chasing the summit in Colorado, you got this. Our staff and families have done our collective part to help you build a strong foundation, and now we are sending you on your way. So as you move forward in life, don't be blinded by someone else's definition of success or happiness. Create your own and start today. Live in the moment and learn from them. Connect with others and keep reaching for the top. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you.
Now I get to say a few words. For those of you that don't know me, I am Gary Call. I'm the principal of Clarkston High School, and as Dr. Ryan said, I have been around for quite some time. Long time. As I like to do whenever we get together with students and family members and friends, I like for the students to give a round of applause for all the individuals who are here who help support them. So students, if we could, one last round of applause for all of your guests this evening. In my 29 years at Clarkston High School, this is the single best class I have ever worked with. Here's to you guys. Now, once again, I say that every year. But as I've told you guys throughout our senior meetings and, in conversations that we're having, you have been a wonderful class. We've really enjoyed you as a class of students. And at CHS, we believe the mark of a good class is if you leave someplace a little bit better than you found it. And parents, friends, family, community members, I can certainly say that the class of 2024 will leave Clarkston High School a better place than when they found it. So thank you very much. Recently, I was speaking to a group of girls in the lunchroom. There were some seniors and some juniors, and they asked how long I'd been doing commencements for, and if I liked graduation still after all these years. And, you know, we talked about some things that I liked and, you know, things that were memorable. And the things that came back to me were these small moments. I think Dr. Ryan might have alluded to this a little bit. When you're young, sometimes the small moments have a tendency to pass by you. When I find myself at activities like this now, and it's a great day, I end up looking up here. And I'm looking at a little girl, and she's in pink, and she's sitting down now, but she was behind the cold beer sign, and then she was rolling down the hill, then she'd disappear for a while, and then she'd spin around, and then she'd do a cartwheel, and I have no idea if she knows we're talking about her, but her mom probably does, and I'm going to work here until I drop dead, so at some point she's going to walk up to me and she's going to say, I remember when you talked about me at graduation. And these are the little moments that I remember, these special little moments that we take into our lives. And I've thought a lot about small things this year, how seemingly many small actions can create something big. We see this throughout history. We see how minuscule actions taken by a small group of people, usually young people like yourselves, can lead to upheaval and societal change. And I really do see the potential for that in this class. So do your teachers, members of our community, and your family. The many little things that you've done right have led to big, big contributions so far. So keep that in mind as you move forward. It's not always about the big thing. It's about the little things that you do on a daily basis. I never make my bed, so you guys can do something else if you want to as well and feel good about yourselves. This year in particular, I've been fortunate enough to have several friends with students who are graduating. Friends made who sat right in these seats with me about 30 or so years ago. After our senior walk on the last day of school, I'd normally mill around on the field, but this year I took the opportunity to go up to the top of the stands, and I was sitting by myself. And I found myself watching a couple of these friends in particular and their families, and you know, they're graduate and they're milling about, and it's just such a joyous occasion. And I thought back on all the small moments that I've shared with them and how they've led to very significant relationships that I have today. And I wouldn't be the same if I didn't have those relationships. And it's those small moments that are the building blocks to your work, to our families, to the community that you live in, to the relationships and the lives that you're going to shape for yourself. It's really the stuff that keeps us going, those small moments. Parents, how many times have you been down to your last nerve with your kid who's sitting right in here, only to have them walk into a room and do something so small, not even say anything, maybe just a little action that made you forget whatever was bothering you and remind you that life is definitely better with them in it. That's how we feel at CHS with you guys. When I think about you, the little things each of you have done to get to where you are today, it's a pretty significant milestone. And my piece of unsolicited advice, gleaned from a true Renaissance man, Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Look for those small moments. From all of us at CHS, we hope you build on your small moments and have a happy, healthy, productive, and successful big life, however you define that. Congratulations, graduates. We're very proud of you. At this time, I would like to ask the Board of Education to help in presenting our graduating seniors with their diplomas. You ready?
Avery Rose Perkins. Kelsey Liana Acosta. Evan Marshall Adams. Griffin Reza Agamawali. Christina Renee Aliman. Anna Sophia Alexander. Sean Joseph Alnari. Mina Abdullah Ali Sofi. Jaden Joseph Anderson. Matthew John Anderson. Aubrey Milan Arnold. Max Kiernan Ashley. Cameron Charles Atkinson. Wes Robert Atterbury. Grace Ellen Aubrey. Zachary Joseph Aris. Bella Marie Babcock. Wyatt Hezekiah Bacon. Tenley Nora Baker. Aiden Michael Barger. Aiden Michael Barnes. Catherine Renee Badishill. Matthew Robert Bean. Avery Kathleen Beauchamp. Mason William Benedict. Violet Zoe Bergman. Nathan Loris Butler. Benjamin Ryan Beerl. Aspen Taylor Elizabeth Bills. Samuel Parker Blades. Daniel Evan Blaine. Matthew Dennis Blake. Nicholas Clifford Blanchard. Jackson Daniels Boisclair. Mark Andrew Bocus. Olivia Marie Bolter. Tyler Dane Bowman. Benjamin Edward Bonzer. Matthew John Bohr. Ava Christine Bouchot. Emma Marie Bradley. Daniel John Bradstreet. Andrew James Bratton. Dylan Dimitri Perkins. Drake Anthony Detkowski. Gavin Michael Lumetta. Spencer George John Coe. Nolan Arthur McQuillan. Peyton Christina Browse. Alexandra Kelly Brigham. Logan John Brimacombe. Alec Michael Brissy. Luke Tyler Brody. Ashlyn Grace Brooks. Kalida Ann Brown. Jacob Michael Brown. Micah Hubert Brown. Abigail Lynn Brumbaugh. Levi Dow Brum. McKinley Ann Brum. Isabella Ann Bricilo. Alexis Marie Brzezinski. Austin James Bushrow. Brett Christopher Busen. Tavi Elizabeth Butke. Anthony Thomas Cash. Madeline Grace Caldwell. Owen Flynn Cameron. Haley Dagan Campbell. Jacob William Campbell. Dominic John Corelli. Cassidy Jane Corrine. Samantha Gohegan Carpentier. Francesca Teresa Catella. Ashlyn Grace Sharamo. Olivia Grace Chamberlain. Jacob Nicholas Kaufman. Kayla Cecilia Kogan. Kristen Nicole Kogan. Jordan Nicole Coyne. Lauren Olivia Colby. Lindsay Nicole Colby. Talon Cash Collier. Grace Catherine Conlon. Ella Ann Cosner. Griffin Wyatt Kutel. Owen Christopher Croston. Jonah Riley Kroll. Noah Anthony Cunningham. Elizabeth Marie Curry. Allison Grace Donatsko. Jackson Thomas Danis. Vanessa Grace Tastani. Alexis Ann Kearns. Logan Allen Walker. Emma Grace Lorigan. Aaliyah Marie Hayes. Solana Lillian Darnell Mason. Austin Cole Davis. Landon Michael Davis. Evan William Day. Matthew Eric De La Helsel. Franco Esteban De Leon Trevino. Justin Thomas DeBar. Ella Catherine Deisinger. Charles Allen DeConnick. Stony R. Cooper Delcamp. Ian Bradley Dembinski. Adam Joseph Denver. Jillian Kim Detvo. Landon Robert Deesberg Yoder. Roman Gerald Deesberg Yoder. Jessica Luann Diffenderfer. Ava Delilah Dillon. Scott Michael Dobson, Jr. Drew Anthony Dollins. Cecilia Elena Donato. Donald Blias Dormier. Ryan Marie Douglas. Jacob Castiglione Dragamer. Aubrey Marie Rose Druin. Emma Elena Drum. Marley Antoinette Dubia. Micah Joseph Duffy II. Brady William Earring. Christopher Espinosa Sanchez. Kelsey Rianne Eubanks. Ava Nicole Faber. Quinn Michael Farrell. Roman Vincent Felice. Nathan Lewis Dennis Ferre. Nicholas Robert David Furman. Jacob Jonathan Fieldbrandt. Katarina Elizabeth Fisher. Tatum Dale Fisher. Peyton Lee Fitzsimmons. Savannah Elizabeth Fletcher. Eduardo Flores. Andrew Spearden Floros. Nina Sophia Fonda. Niana Bree Ford. Rebecca Frias Barranco. Madison Renee Gaff. Antonio Pedro Gaglio. Logan Alexander Gallio. Kylie Grace Gallagher. Grace Elizabeth Gant. Diego Armando Garcia. Chance Michael Gardner. Autumn Diane Garrison. Katie Christina Gates. Kira Ann Gearing. Hope Elizabeth Jakir. Brendan Daniel Gerard. Alex George Giannakis. Kaylee May Gibbs. Wiley Paige Gibbs.
Daniel John Giordano. Jenna Elise Golab. Logan Nolan Golab. Haley Jade Gonzalez. Charles Brighton Goodrich. Patrick Alexander Gruka. Brady Paul Bruke. Gavin Donald Gueri. Nevaeh Alexis Guzman. Chloe Ray Hahn. Paul Lynch Hanley III. Brooke Elizabeth Hansen. Sophia Catherine Harp. Nathan Stephen Harris. Abigail Mary Hasenfratz. Taylor Nicole Henwood. Natalia Asalis Hernandez. Ava Elizabeth Heslip. Connor Glenn Hill. Axel Carlton Hopkins. Braden Arthur Horn. Melanie Sierra Horvath. Miles Winston Hoyle. Ella Lee Huggins. Ella May Hines. Lucas Anthony Inkler Rickert. Benjamin Isaac Isgrig. Callie Christina Jackson. Matthew Lewis Jaffkey. James Douglas Jenkins. Luke Andrew Jung. Connor Xavier Micah Johnson. Ava Dawn Jones. Haley Morgan Jones. Owen Nicholas Judas. Zachary David Uzista. Savannah Rain Kazanowski. Lucas Peter Karsten. Madison Nancy Kauff. Emma Inez Kennedy. Cassandra K. King. Yasmin Jade King. Peyton K. Kopp. Colin Edward Portman. Gianna Marie Kratz. Olivia Coco Kramer. Eric Dennis Krelak. Emery Gretel Kubler. Brady Richard Kujala. Tanner Brennan Cup. Andrew James Kurzman. Emily Paige Lebrec. Troy Thomas Langs. Eddie George Langton. Jack John Langton. Joseph Dylan Levake. Isabella Faith Lawson. Jordan William Lazare. Isabella Rose Liebert. Alexandria Marie LeCure. Rachel Ann Ledbetter. Bryson Paul Lafitte. Juliana Starley Lehman. Luke Robert Leindecker. Laura Elizabeth Lemerand. Nicole Bell Lemker. Logan Joe Lemons. Rent Rigo Leon Fontaine. Owen Edward Lepak. Jenna Nicole Levins. Julia Marie Lewis. Brooks Ezra Lipke. Brooke Catherine Little. Landon William Locke. Gabriel Nathaniel Lopez. Chelsea Michaela Lockery. Mackenzie May Lutzenheiser. Gabrielle Renee Lucas. Ava Claire Lukashik. Anna Wenyan Liskus. Logan Thomas Mack. Sawyer Joseph Mayday. Reese Adine Mado. Gabrielle Catherine Maldonado. Ethan William Malkowski. Annabelle Sophia Malis. McKenna Helen Mancini. Tessa Ray Mann. Christopher Valentino Manwaring. Morgan Helena Marcale. Nevaeh Ray Mardilla. Kennedy Irene Mauritius. Mateo Gabriel Marino. Julia Maras. Diana Marie Marshall. Ryan Lynn Marshall. Avery Grace Martin. Ethan Trong Martin. Jacob Bradley Martin. Charles Michael Matthews. Sequoia Jade Lee Matthews. Julian Thomas Matlock. Kyla Nicole Matusik. Keenan Lee Matson. Oz Violet Mockney. Quinn Daniel Maynard. Alexander Joseph Mazo. Kendall John McEwen. Brooklyn May McLean. Jordan Lynn McNaught. Macy Ella McNaughton. Benjamin Daniel Melcher. Brady David Melcher. Christopher Todd Metzler Jr. Catherine Elizabeth Meyer. Eleanor Jane Miller. Emmanuel David Miller. Riley Gabrielle Mills. Colton Scott Minot. Jacob Tyler Minton. Grace Isabella Madrinsky. Zacharias Solis Montgomery. David Starling Moore. Jeremy Ryan Moore. Lance Phillip Morgan. Chase Stephen Morrow. Sophia K. Morris. Macy Lou Moskovic. Ava Rose Mountain. Kaylee Elizabeth Mowry. Cole James Moises. Cash Anderson Maltop. Andrew John Murphy. Jacob Stephen Murray. Mitchell Magruder Murray. Sarah Elizabeth Music. Sydney Jesslyn Mutter. Tanner Ryan Neff. Ingrid Montserrat Nere. Samantha Alina Nichenko. Elizabeth Ruth Nofar. Kyle Anthony Nord. Joelle Lee North. Bryce Matthew Nowick. Tristan William Nurmi. Kira Mary Odell. Brannigan Paige O'Neill. Keegan Mackenzie Olevanik. Addison Claire Oliver. Nicholas Stephen Olson. Elena Alessandra Ontiveros. Irene Lisa Uman. Patrick Robert Ottman.
Jacob Julian Oronowitz. Alexander Edward Osborne. Carly Ann Ottman. Van Patrick Ottman. Parker Lawrence Pace. Seda Marley Palm. Erica June Palmer. Kobe Blake Hannick. Caitlin Rose Parks. Emily Jean Patnode. Autumn Jade Patnod. Liliana Mary Paul. Ava Marie Pollack. Alexander Elijah Painter. Mackenzie Brooks Pearson. Mason Allen Pearson. Landon Walter Pelt. Carter Allen Peterson. Jessica Ann Petker. Margaret Ann Petkus. Jack Andrew Daniel Petrie. Aiden Michael Petro. Garen Adam Catilla Pfeiffer. Matthew Stephen Flieger. Riley Cole Phillips. Tyler Anderson Pilarski. Cassidy May Pittman. Margaret Jean Papalier. Craig James Capuya. Morgan Chris Papalowski. Madeline Rose Petirek. Avery Garrett Hummel. Noah Vincente Puzio. Megan Quach. Bridget Pizada. Mackenzie Jane Quinlan. B. Chedza Rushal. Abigail Grace Rogatz. Kira Anna Robbie. Graham Wade Reynaldi. Montana Morgan Rapal. Haley Renee Rout. Owen Roger Rebitz. Ryan Jameson Rector. Brian Thomas Redaway. Allison Trinity Reed. Anna Pauline Reineck. Abraham Reyes Sanchez. Brendan Tyler Rhodes. Kaylin Darlene Reindress. Lena J. Richardson. Emery Shea Robinson. Lane Edwin Robinson. Wyatt Paul Rogenbuck. David John Rooney. Armando Efren Rosas Ruiz. Peyton Robert Rose. Jordan Viola Rotman. Joseph William Rottenberg. Olivia Peyton Rouse. Stephanie Michelle Royce. Megan Elizabeth Ruby. Harley Ann Ryan. Hannah Hagan Sanderson. Sophia Lynn Scaglione. Kyle Thomas Scarpelli. Benjamin Thomas Shabel. David Willis Gray Shell. Madison Page Schmidt. Samuel Stephen Shaner. Riley Ann Schomburg. Sophia Elizabeth Schramm. Isabella Grace Cedar. Brooke Elizabeth Seggy. Jenna Elizabeth Sellers. Yannon Patrick Shaw. Isabel Amber Shaw. Lauren Elizabeth Solinsky. George Ray Singer IV. Mia Lynn Skeet Braxton. Juliana Marie Slater. Matthew James Much Smaltz. Gabriella Sophia Smith. Hunter Cole Smith. Isabel Layla Smith. Kelsey Madeline Smith. Riley Autumn Smith.
Jane Evelyn Sorensen. Alexa Grace Springer. Caden Michael St. Amour. Gavin Hunter Stamper. Olivia May Stanley. Madison Emile Starling. Desmond Maxwell Stevens II. Hayden David Stites. Channing Elizabeth Stout. Lachlan Edward Stout. Tyler Stephen Street. Samuel Benjamin Studak. Stephen Austin Summers. Anona Spankinson. Nicholas Walter Spankinson. Jordan Robert Seifert. Kennedy Lynn Siren. Taylor Elizabeth Zatella. Stella Elizabeth Tambora. Matthew Ryan Taverna. Abigail Christine Taylor. Gracie Jane Telfer. Ava Lorraine Tureau. Max Evie Tharp. McKenna Harmon Thoyer. Callaway Marie Thomas. Mason Dean Thompson. Addison Grace Tong. Josephine August Traver. London Scott Traver. Brox Trevino. Caleb Gregory Trigolet. Bailey Elaine Tweed. Emily Amina Valencia. Eva Sky Van Morlighem. Reagan Reese Vaughn. Tyler James Verville. Colin Pierre Jose Jones Beach. Manuela Veracucha Baricacha Becerra. Joshua Stephen Byzantine. Jack Terry Vitus. Anna Elizabeth Voto. Ava Marie Wagner. Lily Elise Walbridge. JC Trudell Wald. Georgia Gwen Colleen Walker. Claire Elizabeth Walker. Maggie Marie Wakowiak. Derek Walter Vaincourt. Noelle Marie Ward. Tristan Scott Ward. Vincent Scott Warren. Nicholas Michael Washenko. Abigail Elise Wayne. Hannah Rebecca Wayne. Devin Nicholas Weissel. Waverly Angeline Webb. Janaya Neil Wells. Noah Edwin Wenzel. Jessica Elaine West. Rio Estrada Westland. Colin Astorga Whitaker. Joshua Nicholas Williams. Samuel James Williams. Camden John Williamson. Sarah Elizabeth Williamson. Derek Jacob Wilson. Gwendolyn Paige Wilson. Megan Lynn Wilson. Robert Thomas Weiser. Ava Catherine Witt. Ava Catherine Wojcik. Dakota Paige Wood. Evan Noah Wright. Ella Louise York. Ellis Patrick York. Lacey Jean Young. Noah Robert Zabinski. Alexandria Oceana Zalewski. Jaden Anthony Zabisky. Abigail Ann Zielinski. Samantha Ann Zielinski. Josephine Marie Zuby. Isabella Rose Zurich.
is this on? Guys, if we could just put the incredibly fantastic blow-ups down for a second, we'll get on with it. Hey, we're going to go a little off script now, and I'm not talking blow-up devices. This won't take any more time for you, so we'll be out of here on time. But we are going to do the tassel ceremony first before we sing. So can I have the executive board members up who are going to help us with the tassel ceremony? Come on. Line up right behind me. Watch the instruments. So we are going to engage in the tassel ceremony, and then we're going to sing a song that's very near and dear to our proceedings here, Parting Blessing, and then we are going to do our organized dismissal. President Need, members of the Board of Education, the administration of Clarkston High School certifies that the class of 2024 has met all requirements established by the Board of Education and the state of Michigan to earn their diplomas. Do you confer?
Class of 2024, you may now turn your tassels!
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a parting blessing is a very, very touching moment within our ceremony. And for another touching moment, Mike Peterson, also a Clarkston High School grad, our vocal music choral director, has been with us for many, many, many years. He is retiring. This is almost his last official duty, but more so, this is his last parting blessing. And I know how much this means to our faculty, our staff, and our community when we sing this song, but also very much to Mike and all the members of the chorus. So, Mr. Peterson, your last parting blessing.
May the sun
At this time, I would like to ask the teachers, staff members to exit in an orderly fashion. Parents, we will exit your students, and we do this not because we just don't want everybody running out, but you'll be able to see where they go on the hill for the most part, and then you can meet with your family and you can engage in some really good picture taking. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one big round of applause for the Clarkston High School class of 2024.